Florida real estate ch 10 legal description simply 18 questions with explained answers. Flashcard 1. Term, monuments, definition. The metes and bounds system rely on these, which are fixed objects used to establish boundaries. Flashcard 2. Term, use of surveys, definition. Surveys identify the exact location of property, shows boundary lines between neighbors, establishes exactly how much property is included, and identifies encroachments. Surveys are used to verify the information for the sale of the property and also for developers will divide the property or repurpose it for other uses than how the property is currently being used. Flashcard 3. Term, correction line / a check, definition. A check contains 16 townships. Flashcard 4. Term, government survey system, definition. This is also called the public land survey system or rectangle or survey system. It's based on the logic that you can identify any point on a plane by reference to access. It relies on primary reference lines running in north-south direction called the principal meridian lines running in any east-west direction called baselines. To create a system there are 37 principal meridian lines in United States. In Florida the principal meridian and baselines run through the center of Tallahassee. Flashcard 5. Term, tax maps, definition. Property can also be identified through an assessor's parcel number, referred to as APID, which is used to aid in the assessment of property for tax collection. Flashcard 6. Term, metes and bounds, definition. This system is the oldest method of land description. Metes refers to distance measured in feet and bounds refers to direction. Every metes and bounds description begins with the reference point called a point of beginning or POB. It ends there, as well, as it marks boundaries, making its way back to the POB. An endpoint is referred to as a terminus. This system relies on monuments, which are fixed objects used as established boundaries, and compass bearings are used to describe the direction of the boundary lines. Know that every circle equals 360 degrees and directions are given in degrees, minutes, and seconds. Flashcard 7. Term, subdividing sections, definition. Just as property owner really owns a plot of land as a large township 36 mi.2, property owners really owning entire section 1 mi.2 or 640 acres. So with legal descriptions using government services them, each section must be divided in smaller units. This is done by quartering a section into 4 quadrants and then each quadrant is quarter again and again until remaining unit presents the property. It is not. Flashcard 8. Term, township or a tier, definition. The east-west strip of land formed by 2 township lines are called this. Flashcard 9. Term, baselines, definition. Are primary reference lines running in the east-west direction. Flashcard 10. Term, import equivalences, definition. 1 mile equals 5,280 linear feet. 1 acre equals 43,560 feet. 2. 1 section equals 640 acres. 1 township equals 36 sections. Flashcard 11. Term, range lines run north/south. Definition. Run north and south every 6 miles to the west and east of the principal meridian. Each range line has an identifier. It starts with an R to signify that it is range line. Then a number that tells you how many lines it is away from the principal meridian. Any issues with either a W or E to signify that it is moved to the west or east from the principal meridian. For example, R3W is 3 range lines to the west of the principal meridian. Flashcard 12. Term, correction lines, definition. Due to the curvature of the earth combined with the crude instruments used in early days of the system means that the few townships are exactly 6 mile squares or contain exactly 36 mi.2. Therefore correction lines and checks are used in the government survey system. Every 4th township line is used as the correction line in which the placement of the range lines are measured and corrected 2,846 miles. A check contains 16 townships. Flashcard 13. Term, townships, definition. Intersection of 2 range lines into township lines for my 6 mile square called a township. It is identified by the range line and the township line that borders the township farthest away from the principal meridian and the baselines. The township not township line is identified as T2S, R3W. The township line is always listed first reading from left to right. Townships as stated are 6 miles x 6 miles which equals 36 miles. Flashcard 14. Term, assessment roll, definition. Every parcel each county is listed by parcel number in this list. Assessment roll list information for every property in the assessing municipality or county including showing owner's name and address of record. Flashcard 15. Term, principal meridian, definition. These are primary reference lines running in a north-south direction. Throughout United States there are 37 of these line points. In Florida Tallahassee is the location where they intersect. Flashcard 16. Term, fractional sections and government lots, definition. Divided sections by quarters know within the government survey system as an aliquot part the standard subdivisions of a section, such as half section, quarter section, or quarter section. When the government begin dividing land by the prices, they end up with areas of land which were less than aliquot part, a fractional piece of the section, that frequently bordered water. This subpart of a section was designated by a number, for example lot 3, and is called a government lot. Flashcard 17. Term, range, definition. The north-south strip of land formed by two range lines is called this. Flashcard 18. Term, plat maps, definition. Submitted by a developer must be reviewed and approved.